What is going on, guys? My name is Blazekiller. Today we are back with another video. In today's video I am going to be showing you how to get to the maze ledge in Lumber Tycoon 2. So hop on the ferry, as I'm doing right now, head over to the tropics biome, and we will continue our tutorial there. We arrived at the tropics biome. Quick note, make sure that you have an axe with you. It doesn't have to be a good axe, just make sure it is an axe nonetheless. So you can see I kind of started this already just to, speed up the tutorial, as well as just to test this out before actually bringing you guys this tutorial in the first place. But essentially we're going to be making our way onto the top of the maze structure itself. And in order to do that, we're going to need some sort of plank. Obviously it's going to be difficult to bring a long plank, the traditional long plank over to the tropics biome. So I'm going to be using a tree plank. So essentially this is what your axe is for. Chop down one of these koa trees. This is what these very large trees are called. Might take a while depending on what axe you have, and essentially get yourself a piece that's going to allow you to climb a decent vertical elevation. So probably about here to the top of that. I'll give you guys an image of what that looks like in 1 second. All right, just as so, it doesn't have to be perfectly this size. It can be somewhat this size, and I guess you will see if it's not long enough once we get up to where we need to go. So you're going to be making yourself two of these. I already made myself the first one, and I think it just disappeared, unfortunately, which is unfortunate. Oh well, we'll make ourselves another pedestal. So we're going to be making ourselves a bigger one. You can just bring like a large portion of the tree. All you need to do is just create an area where you can jump on top of that. So it's not going to be the same size as this. In other words, it's going to be much larger, say, like this, for instance. This is a good piece. I'll bring this over right now, actually. All right, and then angle your piece of the tree in such a way where you can actually climb onto it with your other piece and climb up to here. Okay, and then we're going to be using this to get on top of this structure. Then you can just kind of follow me. I'll probably speed up this process a bit. Alright, here's the last ledge we're actually going to be needing this for, so you can leave this behind. But hopefully you can see that you actually do not need a very large piece of wood to do this. You can almost practically jump up some of these, but you're actually going to need some help with that. So the maze ledge is going to be right over this ledge right here. And the maze ledge generally is just a very large expanse of rock that it narrows into a ledge around the maze. So obviously we're on top of the maze right now, and that's how you're going to be accessing this. It's considered a terrain bug, which is kind of interesting. But we can see kind of remnants of this around the map, where just random structures jut out into the void. So just jump in here, and here we are. This is the maze ledge. Now it's going to be pretty dark for a number of reasons. Number one, the shadows are pretty bad. Oh, I guess it's kind of lighting up a little bit. And number two, it's kind of dark out, but I think the sun is going to rise soon. So here we are right here. This is right beneath the entrance to the maze. I believe this structure right here, or right above us, I think, is just the entrance to the maze. I think this is where it kind of slopes down. If you can see my cursor, it's kind of like imagining where that road is going down. So I'm pretty sure that is where we are right now. And you can use a number of strategies if you want to explore this even further. I made a video on how to wall climb using your axe, so you can use the axe that you brought. Obviously, don't bring an expensive axe like this, just in case you do die or lose it. However, I have been falling into the void recently, as strange as that sounds, and the axe has not been lost in the process. So you can utilize the tutorial I made about how to climb. I'll link that in the description if you're curious about that. You can use that. You can also use a piece of wood to climb. So maybe you can hold on to that wood. Now it's much easier to see. This is really nice, isn't it? So this is the maze ledge, and if you're wondering, no, there's not some like hidden tree or hidden Easter egg or whatever in here. It's just something that's cool to explore. It's similar to how you can go onto the map and explore where the Mary statue is. There's a large expanse there as well, where you can kind of walk around, even drive around if you can get your car down there. So you can keep exploring this. It's kind of unique how you have these little weird ramps kind of going to nowhere, right? Look at this. You have even a piece of grass here. So I think it's we're nearing the end of where the maze actually is. Over here, there's nothing, so don't worry about that. However, on the other side, there's going to be a little area where you can kind of jump down into. So you can even hear the maze music if you listen closely, which is very unique. I don't want to get copyright struck in case that is copyright protected. But it's very unique, isn't it? How you can kind of just walk around all under here, explore the different areas. Don't worry, I don't think there's an area that drops off. However, I guess if you do drop off, you'll figure it out. But interesting how you have these weird little ramps kind of going up out of nowhere. You can see different weird anomalies that I explored over there, and you can explore even further. I'm just touching the surface here of the extent of this ledge, in a sense. I'm not saying it goes much further than this. It obviously extends over here a little bit further, as I was mentioning earlier. However, this is pretty much the extent of it, unless you are, again, to explore further by doing some other wall climbing glitches, or with the help of a friend or solo. You can explore this even further and maybe glitch it even into some areas within the maze. I'm not sure exactly. I've heard some people have glitched into the cave crawler cavern or the safari hole from these locations, at least from those ones I was mentioning earlier. I'm not sure how legit that is. I haven't seen anyone do it, but I've heard that's possible. And then here's this last little ledge I was mentioning to you earlier, which concludes the maze ledge. Very cool. I love exploring new things in Lumber Tycoon 2, even if they are, not really necessarily secret areas with hidden Easter eggs. They're kind of secret areas nonetheless that are kind of cool to explore. So that concludes today's video. Go explore this place for yourself and let me know what you found, if anything cool. If you can glitch into the main cave, or if anything else you found or stumbled upon that you found was cool. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell for me so that you'll be notified whenever I do upload. Stay tuned for next week's video, and I'll see you then. Peace out.